Alrighty guys, today we picked up another farm tractor. This is a Ford 8N, so here's kind of what it looks like. Pretty classic little tractor, 6-volt system, it's got a 3-point on the back. Right now I'm going to be putting new spark plugs in it, so we'll kind of get you in here. Because this thing does kind of burn some oil, kind of smokes, and it had a good oil pressure though, probably around 40 pounds at 3/4 throttle, but not a bad tractor. Picked it up for under 500 bucks, which was good. So basically I'm going to be taking off one plug wire at a time. That way I don't have to mess with I don't have to get mixed up with the firing order because I know it ran real good before this. So I got to get myself a 13/16 socket and I'll be able to replace the spark plugs. So I'll crank you guys down here a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. But basically the spark plugs are right on top, just force them. Try to get that thing going. Oh, that's going to be tough to get these plugs started. I might have to use a wrench for that one. Alrighty guys, so I'm taking these spark plugs out and I go to feel this number 2 or 3 or whatever it is, and it's just hand loose like this. Like literally it was hand loose when I tried to put something on it. And this one was burning decently, just black. Like it's like kind of rich. So that's alright. Just loose though, that could have been why it's had all this oil around the outside of the plug. Let's put that back in there. And I'm running Autolite 437s. I was looking at some forums, and people said that the Autolite 437 is a good plug to run in the 8N, so that's what we're gonna go with. And then pretty reasonable. I got the set of 4 for $9 at Advanced Auto, so that was good. Just gonna tighten these up a little bit. There ain't much room on these things. The fuel tank's on top. But the best way to do plugs on these is do one at a time. If you guys are worried about like messing up the firing order and stuff like that, I would just recommend do one at a time. That way you don't have to worry about mixing them up. So we'll just pop that one off. Socket up in here. That one's at least tight. That's good. So out of the first 2, they were both loose. This one here could have been tighter. We got a farmer driving in right now. Get some equipment. Somebody stores equipment in one of our sheds, so they come over when they need stuff. You guys can see that. Maybe not. Pretty black. Make sure you got out of there good. Decently black. Like a lot of blow-by or super rich. Or a combination of both, could be. But yeah, so we got 2 done so far. It's the 3rd one. I just kind of take a quick check at the gaps. These are probably like, I'll see if I can focus on that. That's about 30 thousandths. That'll be sufficient for this type of application. I didn't really look in the book what it calls for plug gap, but I'm sure that gap is sufficient. You always want to take a quick glance because you never know, you could have one that for some reason got pinched shut or something like that, and then all of a sudden it'll misfire or who knows what it'll do. So just always take a quick check at the plug gap. If you want to get real precise, you can get your gap tool out, is always a good idea. If you're doing something for somebody else or customer unit or whatever, I'd always advise looking at the manual and what they recommend for plug gap. I apologize guys, I'm in the way probably of the camera. There we go. All snapped down good. I got the front one here. As I, oh, that one's loose too. Oh, let me see, I kicked the camera. Watch me wiggle this if you can see. Thing is loose. So that's good. That's always good. Whoever tightened these plugs in last or something just didn't tighten them, or they vibrated loose or something. I have no idea. Once again, a lot of oil around the outside, obviously probably from not sealing, would be my guess, being loose. So out of the 4 spark plugs, we had one plug that was tight. It's always good to have 25% of your plugs tight. I'm sure it really runs good that way. I'm gonna get you in here a little bit closer, you guys can see maybe. I'll zoom in the camera a little bit, and you guys can see what I'm doing. But just take a quick check at the gap. About the same as the rest of them. You gotta kind of reach your hand up in there. And it's nice. Some of the tractors, it's like almost easier to take the sheet metal off to do some of this work, but thankfully on this one, not bad. This one's still 6-volt system with the generator there. On this stuff, I don't try to go Hulk torque because you don't know how good those threads are inside the head. And this head probably being, 70 years old, I don't trust putting a lot of torque on them. So 15 foot-pounds maybe at the most. Looks good. Nice. Got all 4 of them done. But yeah, it says Ford 2000 on it, but it definitely says 8N on the other side. For sure. We just put a used battery we had laying around. Just kind of threw it in there. But I'm going to raise the camera up so you guys can see better. I'll probably put it maybe back here where it's a little bit less sunny. You guys can see a little bit better then. Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, I'm going to just move my tools out of the way, and I'll see if it will start up. See if she will crank the light. It does smoke pretty good. Got some decent pull by it. So. It does smoke a little bit, but you guys it didn't start too bad. Lift arms in the back. They move up. It's kind of got a fixed position there. But not a bad tractor. Definitely smokes quite a bit. I might put some ring free in the gasoline. Hopefully maybe it'll get some of the rings unstuck, and that'll help with the blow by. And maybe I'll put a nice straight pipe out the back or something. Definitely a nice solid tractor. Fresh spark plugs will always help. Cheap maintenance. But yeah guys, that's the new tractor. I'm gonna have a bunch more stuff coming in. We'll have some videos of other farm application things, and the YZ85, and the moped riding, and other stuff like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'll have some videos with this 8N hopefully, and it might be sold, it might not be, we don't know yet. But yeah, that's where we're at. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, comment down below what you guys think of the new tractor, and we'll see you in the next video.